week 8, decimal operations. This is your homework. Pause the video as we go here so you can do it while I'm doing it. First problem, 4.684 and 68 hundredths plus 4 and 8 tenths plus 7 and 14 hundredths. We have decimals. We need to line them up vertically. I could do this one at a time, order of operations, this and then this, but when it's all addition, I could do them all at once too. So I'm lining up all the decimals vertically as an addition problem. Now I need to annex a 0 right here. So I have something in each of the hundredths place. So 8 plus 4 is 12, carry my 1. 6 plus 8 is 14, plus 1, 15, plus 1, 16, carry my 1. 1 plus 4, 5, 9, 16. Don't forget to bring your decimal straight down. We're ignoring the decimal till the end. We want to check to make sure it's close. That's close to 5, that's close to 5, that's close to 7. 5 plus 5 is 10, plus 7 is 17. That's pretty close. Okay, always check. Next, 85 and 8 tenths minus 5 and 52 hundredths. Same thing, line up your decimal. We have to annex a 0. You don't just bring the 2 straight down. We need to put a 0 in there. Okay, so now I need to borrow. And I got to move my decimal straight down. The answer is 80 and 28 hundredths. This is close to 86, that's close to 6. 86 minus 6 is 80. That's pretty close. Okay, next problem. We have to compute using order of operations. Remember, order of operations, it's not PEMDAS. PEMDAS is wrong. We don't add before we subtract. We subtract first, then we add, because that's what the order is here. 23 and 7 tenths minus 8 and 3 tenths. And I can't put plus. I got to answer this first. Okay. Am I drawing a blank? 15.4. Okay, so now I'm going to add 14 hundredths. But if we notice, we don't have anything in the hundredth spot there, so I have to annex a 0. 19 and 54 hundredths. 24 minus 8 is 16, plus 4 is 20. That's pretty close to 20. Okay. Questions 1 through 3 in your homework. Next set of questions on the homework have to do with the multiplying decimals. Remember our rules, we want to ignore the decimal to the end, unless we're doing it by 100. Okay, so we're going to do this by 100. So anytime we multiply by 100, we're adding zeros, or when we have a decimal, we're just moving the decimal over. So that's times 10, that's times 100. I can re-put the decimal, 59.1. You don't have to show me any work on that. Next one, 0.7 times 2. We can put either on top, either on bottom. It does not matter. We're ignoring the decimal to the end. 7 times 2 is 14. And then we count over how many spaces we put the decimal in up here. Just once. The answer is 1 and 4 tenths. This is close to 1. 1 times 2 is 1. Or 1 times 2 is 2. So the answer's got to be close to 2. All right? Don't line up the decimals vertically. We don't have to do that. That's a wasted step. Next multiplication. I'll just do it right there on it. 4 and 59 hundredths times 3. Okay, we're going to ignore the decimal to the end. We're not lining them up vertically. We're just going to do 3 times 459. 1,377. Now we move the decimal over 2 spots. We don't bring it straight down. We move it over 2 spots. 13.77. That's close to 5 times 3, 15. 13 and 77 hundredths is pretty close. Always check your work. Okay, next one. I'm going to ignore the decimals to the end. In fact, I'm even going to write it without the decimals. 32 times 5. 160. Okay? Now I could annex zeros on both sides, as many spots as I want. Because that's still 160, right? We're still at 160. So we'll count how many times we moved it over here. We moved it over 1, 2, 3, 4. So I'm going to move it over 1, 2, 3 times 5 thousandths is about 15 thousandths. This gives us 16 thousandths, pretty close. All right, question 8. Now we're going on to division problems, starting with kind of an easy one, the average of two numbers. The average of 49 and 32, what's halfway between 39 and 42? So we know it's going to be a number bigger than this, smaller than this. So we add them up and we divide by 2. So 32 plus 49 divided by 2. 32 plus 49 gives us 81 divided by 2. Okay, so we're going to see how many 2's fit into 81. 2 goes into 8 4 times. Remember, divide, multiply, and subtract. Bring it on down, bring it on back. Multiply and subtract. Bring it on down, bring it on back. 2 does not go into 1. I'm not going to put remainder 1. I'm going to keep going this week. We're going to annex a 0 and keep going. Remove the decimal straight up. 2 goes into 10 5 times. I don't have to keep going. I could keep going, but I just end up with 0, 0, 0, 0. 40.5. 40 is halfway between 40 and 5 tenths. Okay, same thing with the next one. 3 goes into 2.91. I already have a decimal, so I can bring it straight up, and I'm just going to ignore it. 3 goes into 2 0 times. 3 goes into 29 9 times. Multiply and subtract. Bring it on down. Bring it on up. 3 goes into 21 7. Divide, multiply, and subtract. We're done. 97 hundredths. This is close to 3. 3 divided by 3 is 1. Okay. 7. How many times 2.5 goes into 46 and 5 tenths? Okay, we cannot have a decimal up here in the divisor. I can here, but I can't have it here. So I'm going to multiply by 10. I'm going to bump them both over one spot. So I'm going to bump it out. So now I'm left with, and I can't just move that one, I got to move both of them to be consistent. 25 into 465. It's the same question, just bumped them both over one. Okay, so divide, multiply, and subtract. 25 does not go into 4. 25 goes into 46 1 times. Multiply and subtract. Bring it on down, bring it on back. 25 into 215. Well, I know quarters, so I know money. I know $2 is 8 quarters. 8 quarters is 200. Divide, multiply, and subtract. Bring it on down, nothing to bring down, so I'm going to annex. I'm going to add a decimal, bring it straight up, bring down the next one. 150. How many quarters in $1.50? 8. No, 6. 6 times 25 is 150. No remainder. I'm done. The answer is 18.6. Let's make sure that makes sense with our original problem. That's close to 50, that's close to 2. 50 divided by 2 is 25. 18 and 6 tenths is pretty close. Okay? Okay, this homework takes a while, so make sure you give yourself plenty of time.